gon' biggity bounce this ass. I'm gon' wiggity watch this ass.
I'm gon' biggity bust my gun, so when you see me, you better run. We came so deep, so what make you think we fighting one-on-one? I bring my choppers out, my brothers leave you stunned.
Hey y'all, so we just gonna jump right into what I'm doing so y'all don't miss nothing. I go straight to Google and enter nail shapes PNG. Make sure it's PNG so it's easier for you to block out the background. After you do that, you want to pick out whatever nail that looks like whatever you want it to look like. Make sure you cut it down, size it up once you save it to your photos. And after you crop it and stuff, go into Superimpose X, and it's free. It's totally free. So after you go into there, bring the photo. That's why I said to go ahead and just shrink it down in photos, so when you get to this you don't have to do this part. I made it so hard for myself, but just go ahead and shrink it down and clear out the background. Look at me going back, doing the thing that I should have done before. But anyways, yeah, once you get it like that and cut down to how you want it, blank out the background, but don't blank out the finger. Of course, you need the finger. So then you want to just save that as a PNG image from Superimpose X into your photo library. After that, let's see, because y'all... yeah, so yeah, we're saving it as a PNG file, and boom bam bam, on to the next step. I'm gonna go ahead and pick flyer, and I'm gonna pick a blank flyer. I could use a template, but I feel like it's way harder when you do that, especially if you're going for your own type of look. After you get your flyer, just kind of make it whatever color you want it to be. And I want to say my logo, but not necessarily my logo, but yeah, my logo. It's got purple in it and blue and pink and stuff from a Canva template. So I chose like a dark-ish purple color. But yeah, choose whatever color you got or whatever you want. And then you want to just go ahead and add those fingers that you cropped out earlier. You want to go ahead, add those to your template and duplicate them. There's a little duplicate button on there. Go ahead and duplicate them as many times as you need. And mind you, different brands of tips have different size, like different, how can I say this? Different numbered tips. So it just depends on that, honestly. Depends on what tips you're using. Anyways, you're going to go ahead and add your sizing chart words so they know what they looking at. They know what they looking at. Y'all, this is so funny. But anyways, go ahead and add that and make it look however you want it to look. Make sure it's not like, oh my gosh, make sure it's not too much, like too fancy to where they can't see what it look like, because that's what I was gonna do. But yeah, now I'm just rambling. Let me shut the hook. This is the first time I'm not gonna edit my voiceover. Wow. Wow. But yeah, after that, y'all see what I'm doing. I'm just trying to make it look how I want it to look. That's it. That's all. So now I'm just going to move them to wherever I want them to be. Like, mind you, you got to put words on this template. So be mindful of space, but make sure they can see it. Like, make sure your customers know what they're looking at and they can see it. I had trouble with that, but y'all, it's gonna be worth it in the end. Once you have your sizing chart and it's like it's done, it's gonna be done. But me right now, I'm gonna add different sizes. So like when you do switch out sizes, you're gonna have to change and come back to Canva and redo stuff. But Well, not even redo, but add stuff. So, but it's not gonna be hard. You're gonna know how to do it. It's gonna be very easy. But yeah, so that's all I'm doing is moving them and duplicating. And you know what? I figured it's easier to duplicate them once you have them sized to how you want them. Keep that in mind, guys. Y'all see, I'm just going with the flow, learning as I go. And since this is gonna be like a unedited video, y'all gonna see right here to where I thought I could go into Amazon where I purchased these nails and look at the sizing they had and be so right. Like, have you figured out, oh my gosh, it's such an easy way? No, you cannot do it like this, period. You cannot look at pictures. You can't, you have to actually measure your nails. So I do have a video of that coming up as well, so y'all stay tuned, and it's gonna be so fire. I'm gonna try to make it fire bomb. But anyways, now I'm gonna add a text box, and the text box words are gonna be kind of smaller because this is going to tell them the shape. This will tell them what they're getting basically. And how I do it, I have like long coffin or short square, long stiletto, long square. Those are the only shapes that I provide, and I think I'm going to stick to that for a while until I actually grow. So yeah, that's how I'm going to be doing it. So I'm going to make it to where each brand of tips that I use have a sizing area on the chart, and it's gonna be so convenient. You guys, make sure you guys think about that. If you use different brand tips, make sure you size each brand tip nail, each nail. But anyways, y'all, I went and looked up some arrow lines. As y'all can see, I got off track. I went and looked those up, and I think I just chose one that looked suitable. Whichever one you want, choose it. And make it whatever color you want and add it to the nail right across the nail bed so they know to size right across the nail bed. Nowhere else, just size right across the nail bed. So that's what y'all see me doing right there. And you just want to duplicate that as well and make sure you do the same thing. Go ahead and size it first and then duplicate it. It's so much easier instead of duplicating it and then having to size it again. You guys just make it easy. So yeah, I'm just gonna duplicate those across each nail bed and make it look similar. You see me trying to line it up all nice and neat. So after all of that, you guys, if y'all stuck through that, y'all real OGs. But anyways, I'm gonna add another text box, and this text box is gonna be for the numbers that come on the tips. So you're just gonna basically change the text and size it to what you want and duplicate again. Simple as that. Boom, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. So as you guys can see, I changed the word coffin shape to long coffin, and now I'm adding like a watermark effect, sort of. I don't know if it's watermark, but whatever. I'm adding that to the background of everything, and I'm gonna go ahead and just duplicate that a whole bunch of times and add it to the whole page, because that's just something I want on my chart, that's just something I want. After I went inside the brand tips that I use, I went ahead and added went and changed the wording of the millimeters to the actual number that they are. So I do have a video on how to measure your tip size so you can make your own nail chart. Your own sizing chart. So whatever brand nail you use, you're giving your client or your customer, you're giving them the proper measurements to go from. Like, nobody's confused, okay? So yeah, and I did go ahead and add small, medium, large sizes. The wording, I added that at the bottom, and I went ahead and added the other words or the other sizes that I use. So I'm going to have long coffin, short square, long square, and long stiletto. So those are the words I put. I'm going to have extra small, small, medium, large, extra large. So those are the sizes I put. And I put the numbers to which sizes. And how you get the numbers to small, medium, and large, I believe that from my research, that that's average number that you're seeing on sizing charts. So that's correct. You can go small, medium, large. Those numbers that you're seeing on like my chart or whoever other I don't know. I think it's nailed by Christy, but I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. But everybody's chart, I think that small, medium, large is the average. Those numbers that go to that's the average. So you can just keep it like that. But what will throw everything off is if you're using somebody else's measurement sizes, they're like the millimeter numbers. If you're using that and you're not using their brand tips that they use, the measurement's not gonna be right. So just make sure you keep that in mind. I'm really everywhere with explaining this, but I really hope y'all understand. And keep in mind, this is very unedited. And I'm not really sure if I already said this, but the brand tips that I went and sized up were Macart. Ooh, yeah. That's I'm trying to think if that's how to say it, but I think it's Markart or Macart. I'm definitely gonna put that in the description box. So if you want to go from my measurements, because I made sure I measured them right, there is different method. I seen a method to where you size it on the top of the nail, and then I seen a method where you size from underneath the nail. And the right way to size is underneath the nail. And I'm not talking about your customer sizing. I'm talking about you making your sizing chart measurement numbers. So just keep that in mind. This is Macart brand. If you want to use these measurements, they'll be in the description, and they're very, very accurate. You want to make sure that you add the instructions to tell them how to measure, where to measure, and that's basically all for your sizing chart. You want to just keep duplicating items until it's finished and it looks how you want it to look, and that's it. Go in and save it and add it to your site or your Instagram or wherever you promote your nails. Add it. And y'all have a nice one, guys. I hope y'all enjoy. Thank you.